Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the magical world of Genshin Impact. And guess what? We are sketching Kinich. That's right, the new Natlan character. So, grab your tablet, your favorite snacks, or any other thing you want, settle in, and let's get creative. So I'm going for a nice, simple portrait of Kinich, with him staring directly into our souls. I start by blocking in the big shapes, the head, the chest, the usual anatomy bits. Now here's the secret to sketching. It's not about perfection. It's about throwing all your ideas onto the canvas, like throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what sticks. Big shapes first, small shapes later. Trust me, big, medium, small is the way to go here. Now here's the part where I flip the canvas because, surprise, your lines can betray you. It's like they've been plotting against you the whole time. Seriously, always flip the canvas. Now once I'm done freaking out about that, I clean up the sketch, refining it just enough but keeping that messy, chaotic energy we all love. Oh, and right about here is when I realized I can't tell the difference between a diamond and a square. I was drawing diamonds and getting mad until, oh wait, it's just a square. Alright, time for the flat colors. I start by grabbing a grey color and outlining Kinich with the lasso tool. I also choose a nice light background color. I carefully fill in the base colors while resisting the urge to add too much detail. I start filling in the specific colors for each part. I open new layers, clip them to the base layer and add colors for each part in their own separate clipped layers. For choosing colors, I mostly refer to images of the character in white light to get as close as possible to his actual colors. After that, I change the color of my line art. I do this by adjusting the layer mode to linear burn and playing around till I find the perfect fit. And of course, I nearly forgot to color the accessories. Thanks, Hoyoverse. Why do you give every character 500 details? I'm just one person. But hey, that's what we signed up for, right? Now we're moving on to the underpainting, aka the part where I go overboard and realize I've been in here for way too long. This stage depends on how much detail you want. You can even choose to skip it altogether. Anyways, I alpha lock the layers, throw in more details, and I think I've been here for 3 hours. Moving on. Lighting time. This is where the magic happens. I set a new layer to multiply blend mode for the shadows and choose a shadow color related to the background, making sure it complements the whole scene. Then it's time for direct light. I switch to the color dodge blend mode and start painting all those juicy areas where the light hits to show off the twists and turns of Kinich's features. Top left light source, let's roll with that. Honestly, planning your light source ahead of time will save you so much headache. Finding references like a beautiful sunset or an artwork can help a lot. You can always tweak those lighting scenarios to fit your style. I also add more lighting effects like light transmission, where light passes through objects. This applies to Kinich's skin, hair, and clothing, creating depth. Adding these effects brings vibrancy and richness to the piece. For that, I mostly use blending modes like overlay or soft light Moving on to the next part, rendering. Sounds fancy, huh? But really, it's just me refining stuff and making Kinich look extra pretty. I merge all my layers except for the sketch layer and start painting over everything. Honestly, when I first started, I thought rendering was some mystical art technique. Spoiler alert, it's not. Just polish your work, add some color variation, and boom, fancy art. For me, it's all about shifting hues, adding some lighting effects, and borrowing from my favorite artists. To render the eyes, I refer to the original design and add a bit of my own touch. I like to keep the upper part of the eyes darker and the lower part brighter and more saturated. I add light blue highlights to balance the warmth in the eye colors. For the hair highlights, Kinich has these diamond shaped highlights that are blue and not too shiny, which I think works perfectly to complement the warm colors in his design. I draw the highlights on a new layer and alpha lock it to make changes in the highlight colors and make it look shiny. We are finally at the finishing touches. This is the part where I go crazy with texture brushes. I throw in some textures, add more colors to his hair, and do my best to make it all look intentional. Remember that red lighting I added to the hair? It's called the Terminator, where the light and shadow meet. It's basically subsurface scattering, and we use a saturated color to depict it. Pretty dramatic, right? But it really ties the colors together. Greens, yellows, oranges, reds, and bam! Some blue for balance. And now about drawing animals. Well, let's just say I don't exactly specialize in them, but it turned out alright in the end. That's the magic of digital art. You can just keep on adjusting until it works. I make some more final adjustments and there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me on this art journey. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more art stuff. Got any questions? Drop them in the comments. And hey, if you want a full lighting tutorial or a deep dive into my rendering process, let me know. I'm here for all your art struggles. Till the next time, happy drawing!